With touchdown celebrations so important to today's NFL, some players went too far and received exorbitant fines. Chad Johnson was noted for his bizarre touchdown celebrations. Yay, so in today's video, we'll have a clear discussion about NFL banned celebrations. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and like this video to support us. Alright, let's get started. Some cost him a lot of money, so some people wondered if what he was doing was worth it. But Chad did what he wanted and didn't allow the fines to hold him back whenever he could in 2005. Chad was fined $5,000 for a celebration he did after catching a 54-yard touchdown against the Ravens. He grabbed one of the corner pylons and used it as a golf club to put the ball in the end zone, which the NFL considered uncalled for. Another celebration he had during the 2005 season was after catching a 68-yard bomb from Carson Palmer and running to the sidelines, which caught the attention of the NFL. Chad stated, "I should have suggested it for real if I knew I would attract that much attention when asked about the paper votes. I arranged with a full bingo squad. I watch movies on Tuesdays while they practice. I saw them and alerted the captain. I told her about the celebration and instructed her to notify the entire squad, so everyone in the arena would know it was cool no matter which side of the field I scored on. Adored Chad wasn't fine." The league and many non-fans thought his celebration degraded the cheerleader. After hearing loads of advice about the possible backlash from doing something stupid, he declined, which could have saved his career. And in July 2012, a few weeks after changing his name to Chad Ochocinco, he played again between the Bingos Alliance and Alliance. Chad scored a touchdown and went to the sideline to put on poncho and sombrero he brought to Alpha to match the new identity for Ocho. Cinco got to the bench, put on his clothes, and started around showing off his new name following the 2013 Lions triumph. Ocho Cinco was fined $30,000 for celebrating with poncho and sombrero. Joe Cinco was too weird. He accepted. They raised him. "I will celebrate more." Chad says he saved $100,000 for celebrations in 2012. After the Patriots were found eavesdropping on the team's practices and other secret information in 2007, Terrell Owens' touchdown celebrations gained attention. After collecting a touchdown in a win over the Dolphins, Taylor pretended to spy on the Patriots by hiding behind the goalpost. The major reason he was fined for was for using the ball as a prop, and the NFL discovering that he pre-planned the celebration in hopes of scoring a touchdown. Owens was fined $7,500 for his Patriot mocking celebration, and always brags about it, saying it wasn't even the goalposts. They said to utilize the ball. The rules are confusing, dude. You are powerless. They are looking for ways to ruin the game. I can't do much right now. Nothing is worth a few months of fines for emulating the Patriots' eavesdropping fiasco. Owens was penalized again after celebrating a score against the Eagles with a pocketbook. "I started waving a lifestyle he had manufactured, violating the NFL's regulations for promoting anything other than the NFL licensed apparel." Owens was fined $10,000 for towel waving after the touchdown. When he was penalized, he thought people were exaggerating it. "It's like Chad Johnson walking to the sidelines and taking out a coat when I was in a small town." Next season, Hall of Fame Titan Tony Gonzalez adored the donkey celebration in gaming and was one of the first endgame celebration entrepreneurs. After retiring, he tweeted that the NFL had banned dunking over goalposts. "This one I don't understand, but many players have done this dunking celebration, including recently retired Calvin Johnson, who tried to prohibit it after the final play." He even added, "I'm still gonna dunk. I just want to touch the rim, the goalpost." The NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell commented on the entire situation a few years ago and felt that any celebrations of delaying the game would be against the rules, and this donkey one had to go because of the damage and delay it couldn't back cause. But the statement said dunking falls under that category because the goalpost could be dislodged and require repairs, and also violates a rule that remains in place using goalposts as a point of reference. It was outlawed in 2014. Donald Penn, Drew Brees, and Devontae Adams have all tried this, including Adams' 360-degree celebration. Nate Burleson was fined for wearing an undershirt during a Sunday afternoon game at Ford Field in Detroit. Nate Burleson left the locker room for a pre-game and lifted up his jersey to reveal a white shirt with black writing. It completely halted, and everyone witnessed it. What up, dude? Some people broke the league's code by wearing shirts that represented something other than the NFL with the lines, but during the game, he caught a touchdown and swiftly threw part of the ball into the stands, so the NFL fined Nate $15,000 for breaking the code and excessive celebration. Nate says he acted spontaneously. I'm improvised. Sorry. I apologize to the head coach, offensive coordinator, special teams coach, and special teams players with Antonio Brown dominating league talk. AB was fined nearly six figures in 2016 for twerking in the end zone. Brown was fined $24,000 for a planned Thanksgiving night celebration with Le'Veon Bell. Bell was fined $12,000 for dancing. Since Brown was a repeat offender, his fine was approximately $50,000. Ben Roethlisberger, the Steelers quarterback, mentioned the dance a top receiver and running back did earlier in the year and claimed Coach Tomlin brought it up yesterday. In Week 1 of the 2016 season, Antonio Brown grabbed a touchdown against the Redskins and immediately put his hands on his knees and started talking. It stunned Washington fans and the ref, who immediately tossed a flag for the unsportsmanlike conduct. Brown was fined $15,000 for his dance in the end zone. But when he spoke to ESPN about the fine, he stated, "Money is nothing to a boss." The NFL made a statement calling Antonio Brown's twerking a sexual act and claimed they would release a film to clarify. The key is, if it is changed to simulate a violent act with a rifle, bow, or arrow, or sexually suggestive acts, unsportsmanlike, the official will flag that as a competition committee directive to be consistent. He was penalized almost $9,000 for wearing a blue cleats that night, which was also against league regulations. He is paid up to $50,000 for skipping media days at the tee practices while being worth over $25 million. He can pay any fine now. So celebrate, bro Chaco. It's fun. We have covered pretty much everything for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Goodbye.